the sale has ended and it was marvelous.
Amazing.
We sold so many items. The shoppers had a blast. All of the energy was just amazing. But in a sale of this scale, we are not going to sell 100% of the items every time. I think that's nearly impossible.
I don't know if anybody has,
But we do a good job. So there's going to be some items that you probably have in your inventory that did not sell. So what does Sunday look like? What does the end of the sale procedure look like? We're going to try to break it down. As usual, things are always evolving. So this video is applicable in the February sale of 2025 and moving forward unless we've updated it.
That's right.
There we go.
So how can you be prepared for pickup? Pickup is on Sunday only from 3:30 to 6:30. Our sale on Sunday, the 50% off sale, is from 11 to 3 o'clock. We generally upload our sold inventory information nightly. We will do it Saturday night. We will try to do it as soon as we close at 3 o'clock on Sunday. But if you're shopping that sale, you have printed out your inventory list and you know what sold as of Saturday night, but you show up on Sunday to pick up your items, some of them may have sold on Sunday.
I would like to interject. This last hour of the sale is going to be a 75% off sale, but only that last hour, and that is only if it's a donate item, not discounted items. So things will go to 50% if they say
Discount or reduce, yeah.
on the tag. If you have marked them to go reduce, but if you marked them, so if the black dot is not there and it says reduce, it is not going to 75% off.
It will only be 50% off.
But during that last hour, in order for us to get you a little bit more money to move some things a little bit further forward.
Things that probably wouldn't otherwise have sold.
Yeah, our business usually that last hour is pretty, done.
Yeah, people are, they've done the shopping.
They've done the thing.
But we want to get you as much money as possible. We want to touch the things personally as little as possible. So we want these things moving. That's why we do that. But let's say those items, you come in with your list that you printed out Saturday night or Sunday morning. And we do recommend, if you're coming to pick up a lot of things, to have that printed out and then go ahead and kind of see what categories have those things, because everything is going to still be on the sales floor. We are
exactly
not
where it was
sorting,
right? So when you come in from here on out, if you're looking for boys 4T clothes, they're right where they were 2 hours prior. When the sale ends, we're not doing a big giant breakdown process. We're actually just going to close it up and then let you come find your items. So proper pickup starts when you drop your stuff off. You want your stuff to be hung properly, tagged securely, and if possible, and you're interested, you could do some of these tips and tricks. Like all of mine have a green dot. All of mine have a washi tape. All of mine have a ribbon. So that when you're coming to look for your items, they're easy to find. So you want to start that early. That's something we're going to encourage moving forward.
And with, let's say, books are a classic one where people will make tags that just say books. If you are looking at your inventory list and you see that 10 of your books tags sold, but 4 didn't, and you have requested that they be picked up afterwards, those have been located in their category within the books. So you need to know which ones have sold and which haven't. So that's where, writing that out and keeping track of it would be really helpful.
And also coming yourself, or if you're concerned about an item, not, like if you're going to send your mom or your husband or your teenage child to come pick them up, make sure if it's something you care about, you have a picture of that.
Yeah, like this is really important to me, and if it doesn't sell, I'm gonna send my teenage boy to go pick it up. I'm gonna tell him this is what it looks like.
Yes, find this.
It will be with the toys. It'll be with the toys, and so have a picture of that. So that's one little tip. If you're one of the consigners that generally just marks them all, like you're going to come pick them up, but then you message us at the end and say, just go ahead and donate all of those, we would kindly ask you to instead, when you're making your inventory, mark everything donate all. And then those few items that you're like, if this doesn't sell, oh yeah, I'm driving to the Ag Center and I'm going to come find it. Uncheck those donate, as opposed to just saying you're going to pick everything up and then changing your mind because you did really well and sold, 90% stuff.
Typically do. At the end, especially newer consigners, when they're just like not sure how it's going to go, they tend not to donate because they're not sure how it's going to go. If you've priced things to get them out of your house, if you've priced things without emotional tagging, most of them will be gone, and that tends to be the case. Our sell-through rates for our executive level consigners tend to be in the 90 to 95% rate.
That's right.
Our sell-through rate for the newer consigners is often a little bit lower. Emotional tagging, ease of the system, it's just a natural like consigner arc. But when it comes to picking up, you want to be prepared by pricing it right so there's not a lot to pick it up, knowing exactly what you're going to pick up, sending the right person to pick it up.
That's right. Being
having
prepared.
Your list. Yeah. And then the last thing is, let's say we close the sale at Sunday at 3. We upload your stuff. You've driven to the Ag Center because you think that there's a stroller that wasn't sold when we uploaded Saturday, and it's not there because it just sold. We understand that's an issue. If there's an issue like that, a high value item,
that you live 45 minutes away and you don't want to drive all the way to the Ag Center
on Sunday.
We will work with those special conditions, but only those special conditions.
Right.
And recognize that usually we have 100 consigners on Sunday that message us, never mind, I'm not picking my stuff up, you can donate all of those things, that we would normally sort and organize, and then they wouldn't come pick it up.
Yeah.
So make sure that going into this, that you are really being thoughtful about what things you choose not to donate, that you will come back and pick up.
Absolutely.
And then, we're available to message us.
Yeah, we'll save it for you for the next day. The one other thing about pickup that's a little bit different this time, which I'm actually excited about as a shopper for many, many years, is that when I go to pick up my items, if I happen to be searching through because the sales floor is still put together and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to buy that, we're going to allow people to buy that. So if you get to the front and you're missing an item, we'll be able to check the inventory to be like, oh, actually that just sold. And you're going to get all of the money for that.
Yeah,
so it's just a way for you as a seller to make a little more, and as a shopper, you uncover a lot of things when the store is not so full.
True. Another thing that's a little bit different with this sale and moving forward is because we are doing this immediately after our sale ends, the sale to the public ends, our checkout computers and system are still going to be up and ready to go. So when you bring your items and say, these are the items that didn't sell and I'm coming to check them out and I found this and I really want to buy it, then we will be scanning these, making sure that they are all your items so that you don't accidentally end up with somebody else's. And if you do end up with somebody else's, but you're like, oh, well, I'll just buy that, that's a bonus. Or, and I also want to buy this thing, we're going to have that available. So it'll hopefully make things go a little bit faster too, because we aren't going to have to be looking at everything in the same way as
and
we
we'll
have in the
more
past.
staffers.
That's right. We'll have more workers that help us process that stuff as you get it out.
So we hope this answers some of the questions about how pickup has changed, what happens after pickup after the sales ends if you're new. But drop a little message in the comments. What questions do you have? What did we not really clarify?
What did we forget
what are we missing? What do you want to know about? Like, how are we handle a certain situation? Because, we're always trying to evolve.
That's right. And again, the inventory list, printing that out, I think will be really helpful. And coming to drop off, being prepared, knowing that you are looking for boys size 10 clothing items so that you
all have purple tape on them.
Right. And you can go to the boys section size 10 and you know what you're looking for. I mean, you know what your items are and can spot those better than we can. So we actually think this will eliminate some of the human error and give you another opportunity to pick up those random things you can't live without.
Yeah. All right. So we hope that you don't actually need to come to pick up because you sold all your items. But if you do, that's what you can expect.
That's right.